And as for her hands, oh man, do I have some hard time expressing my difficulties during the process. Hey everyone, this is Sanctuary99 coming to a video near you, and welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Speed Drawings. Today I have another page to draw on, based on one of my storyboard sheets. On this one, each panel is narrowed towards the end of part 3 from Psycho Man chapter 11. For pages 52 and 53 were already done during production, so I'm going to draw the last page of part 3 for my next video. However, I'm not going to start sketching it by traditional pencil. This time I'm going to be drawing on my Cintiq, then print out the proportion because that way I'll ink on the papers physically, and lastly add some tones and effects. Now that that's out of the way, prepare to insert the right nib or stylus pen and adjust your bright light on your screen monitor because this video is about to get started. Are you guys ready? As you can see, I already set up panels for the file of page 54 on Clip Studio Paint. When producing manga panels, they contain folders in your layer box. Now then, let's begin sketching on the first panel on top. With Psycho Man holding his crystal in his hand after he cast a spell to form a dome to save Lisa and himself from the rocket launcher missiles. Spoiler alert, this video will recap the events from Psycho Man chapter 11 parts 2 and 3. If you haven't read my Psycho Man webcomic comics on my deviant-art page, please stop the video for now and click on the link in the description down below, and visit Sanctuary99's deviant-art gallery folder right away. Are you still here? Are you? Okay then, let's move on. When Big Allen demands a demonstration from Psycho Man to see how righteous he really is to stop the wraths, Psycho Man himself was hesitant because of the possibility of laying his guard down if Lisa Lochner gets blown into a million pieces. Then, a large debate occurs around the train yard. Each member commented the idea of Psyche had succumbed, thinking he's scared of losing his quote-unquote girlfriend, in which the beginning of chapter 11 gets both Psyche and Lisa embarrassed and protested that they're not legit. Or the fact that the Wraths were convinced that Psyche is a flawed hero who can't do jack shit because of circumstances threaten Psyche that he'll lose someone special to him. His honor, pride, goal, or life. Everyone else then ranted at Psyche non-stop, which becomes overwhelming and unsettling, getting him triggered and yelled,
Bruh.
And it got everyone to be muted for a moment or two. After that, Big Allen issued his soldiers to chant as they prepare for another ritual, meaning the demises of Psyche and Lisa are at hand. That's all I can say to you guys because I can't give it away much. Let's just get back to my drawing process. When sketching on my Cintiq, I am using a G-Pen brush tool, which is supposed to be for inking, and there's some sketching tools to be like ordinary pencils. But making the strokes on your drawing a bit more darker black so it could be overlaid with a bright screen layered color and then ink on top physically on print paper. But I'm only going to draw on the characters first, and then add the effects and background last. Now that I've finished the first panel, let's move on to the second panel, and that's Lisa who opened her eyes while covering her ears from the loud explosion, unlike from chapter 8. I originally going to draw by shapes until I realized I can use 3D figures to draw on top of it. The thing is, they're easy to provide structure and character posing. Male or female, they're easy to draw with. Hey, come on, don't judge me. I want her this way. Anywho, I have correctly followed the continuity what Lisa wears from Chapter 8, her leotard. It's a shape of a leotard made out of jeans, and a choker belt around her waist collar. I also gotta adjust the fingers too. Then the expression Lisa makes in confusion until she's safe and sound due to Deus Ex Machina. But I have to open up a new layer, and I'll opacitate the previous layer down not too much, so I can draw her face and messy hair. Plus the bloodstains as well, and lastly, add Psycho Man's elbow briefly to the right side of the panel. Moving on to the third panel is Lisa turning her attention towards Psycho Man and takes her hands off her ears. During my process, I always look at my storyboard sheet to accurately draw the same pose Lisa makes on the main page. My only two major struggles on that panel are her eyes and her hands. Yes, hands are definitely an artist's worst enemy. I personally don't have any problem with shapes of hair on a character's head. I think of hair as water on the ocean or grass on the field. When providing a pose on a Bai-chan figure, I always see Lisa as my Bai-chan figure when her head is facing the up left corner. Many times it's hard to get a good size on Lisa's quadruple ducktails in the right perspective. And as for her hands, oh man, do I have some hard time expressing my difficulties during the process. When coming up a pose for a hand is usually start off with a basic cereal box shape, and then the fingers are like rectangles to make branches of 5 from the cereal box. Speaking of which, her fingers are almost unnatural or fake to clench her fist. Now moving on to the second to last panel of page 54, is Psyche taking a glimpse of his crystal from Lisa's perspective. Drawing Psycho Man's head is usually a square shape, with 4 spaces and then a circle inside. And as for a full body drawing, it's one circle with a straight line in any perspective, kind of like a lollipop shape that I would always do to provide basics.
Come to blow your mind. I feel your body burning. I see the thoughts behind your eyes. They're twisting and they're turning. I'm gonna tell you what it's all about. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like I said about my struggle of drawing hands, it would still be a nightmare when it comes to adding onto objects. Like this here crystal, I drew as a diamond shape.
The devil came and bought my soul, but I still ain't seen the money. Hey, listen, devil, do you hear? I'm waiting for my check to clear. I'm gonna tell you what it's all about. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna teach you how to scream and shout. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And here on the fourth and final panel is Lisa, who blushed before her hero who had rescued her for the third time. After all, girls do dig guys who risk their lives to protect the people's freedom. Freedom of America. Personally, I consider my character Psycho Man as the protector of a hometown and not a whole state or nation. For drawing faces on females, getting the right choice of eyes is very picky. Lisa, for instance, is young, so she'll get big eyes with lashes, but has the same face as her mother and grandmother. Mei Hamasaki, a BFF of Lisa's, is Asian, meaning her eyes are open slightly. Apologies to the viewer who are watching this video that are Asian and has sexual 99 and is not racist.
I don't know, but I've been told. My daddy told me, sonny, don't trade your heart for fame or gold. The women are the rock and roll. I'm gonna tell you what it's all about. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna teach you how to scream and shout. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Before I print the whole page out, I have to overlay each panel by red screen layers and fade them a little bit of white fill to appear pink, except for their panel outline, leaving them all black and not retrace them. Also, I cannot forget to export this into a file so the pixels would still have the same amount. After that, I'll need to take the exported file onto any other pre-existing file and import that onto the blank canvas. This way I can divide the whole big page into 3 papers. And finally, inking them physically so I can scan them back to my computer and import 3 of them back to the same file. They're all A4 size papers, with the width of 4,230 and the height of 3,031. In case there's not enough room for big panels in one canvas, separate them into a single panel for a whole canvas. Save the 3 into 3 divided panels and name them by letters. Now I say, it's time to print. I'll open up File Explorer to find my selected files and check them for printing and set to A4 and full page, because they're the right size for inking. After that, I'll end the video for the time being to call it quits.